In this video, we have the Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra versus the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. How much has changed in 4 years? Stay tuned. All right, everyone, hopefully guys are having a good day. Hopefully everyone is safe out there. We have the Galaxy S26 Ultra on the left side, brand new device right here, and we have the Galaxy S22 Ultra on the right side. Of course, this device released in February of 2022, and the Galaxy S26 Ultra released, of course, in February 2026. Now, in this video, we're going to be comparing the specifications and, of course, my experience with both of these devices. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this. All right, everyone, so first and foremost, we're going to talk about the builds and bodies of these devices right here. Of course, starting with the Galaxy S26 Ultra, this is going to be a 7.5 ounce phone, so a pretty hefty phone. This is going to have a Gorilla Glass Victus 2 display and a Gorilla Glass Victus 2 back, so it's going to be a very premium build. Also, we're going to have Armor aluminum 2 frame for the chassis of this device, so it's going to be a pretty rugged phone overall. Also, it is going to feel extremely premium. As far as the ratings that we have on here, we have an IP68 dust height and water resistance immersible up to 1.5 meters for about 30 minutes. Going over to the Galaxy S22 Ultra right here, this is going to be a little bit heavier at 8 ounces. This was a behemoth when it came out. Really big phone right here. I really did like this phone when it came out. Instead of a flat display on this one, we are going to have a curved display, as you guys know, when this phone came out. And some people were mad at that, and there are a lot of people that are happier that Samsung went the way of a flat display instead of curved. However, I do really miss the curved displays on these. They really look sexy back in the day. Now, as far as our display, we have Gorilla Glass Victus Plus on the front and Gorilla Glass Victus Plus on the back right here. We also have an aluminum frame around this device as well, and it feels pretty premium. However, I feel like the build is a little bit nicer on the Galaxy S26 Ultra. I do like the updated look. Obviously, the camera modules on the S22 Ultra are alone right there, and back then this did look really nice, but it does look kind of outdated now next to the Galaxy S26 Ultra. But as you guys see, not a lot has changed. We have 4 camera modules on each of these, and then of course a depth sensor, and of course our LED flash. The S22 Ultra also had an IP68 certification as well, so of course it's going to be dust height and water resistant up to 1.5 meters for about 30 minutes. Also, on these bodies of these phones, we do have a stylus tucked away at the bottom left side of these devices. As you guys can see, I do like how this stylus is tucked away on the Galaxy S26 Ultra now, where it's kind of more so in the corner, a little bit more than the Galaxy S22 Ultra and previous devices, so I really do like that. The one cool thing, however, is that the Galaxy S22 Ultra actually did come with the inclusion of Bluetooth built into the stylus right here. So that's one thing that, of course, many people are missing on the Galaxy S26 Ultra. As far as the sizes of these devices, styluses, they are essentially the same right here. I guess the S26 Ultra stylus is a little bit bigger. Both are very comfortable in the hand, however. Now, getting into the displays of these devices, the Galaxy S26 Ultra on the left right here is going to have a dynamic LTPO AMOLED 2X display, 120 Hz refresh rate, HDR10+, 2600 nits peak brightness. We also have a 6.9-inch display on this device and a 90.7% screen to body ratio. Our resolution is going to be 1440 by 3120, and of course we're going to have a 500 ppi. And of course, we have the inclusion of the brand new privacy display that we are not going to have on the Galaxy S22 Ultra, obviously. So when you are in public, of course, your display is going to disappear, and if you have it set for certain notifications, you guys can obviously have those blocked out or shaded out if you guys don't want anybody seeing that. Going over to the S22 Ultra, the S22 Ultra is going to have a dynamic AMOLED 2X display as well, 120 Hz refresh rate, HDR10+. However, instead of 2600 nits peak brightness, we have 1750 nits peak brightness. So considerably less bright than the Galaxy S26 Ultra. Also, 6.8-inch display instead of 6.9, and we have a 1440 by 3088 resolution, a 500 ppi, so essentially the same as the Galaxy S26 Ultra, but we do know now which display is better, and that of course is the Galaxy S26 Ultra. And honestly, not a lot has changed other than the privacy display and the brightness. The brightness of the Galaxy S26 Ultra is about 1,000 nits brighter than the Galaxy S22 Ultra. So there was a big difference when it came to that. Obviously, big difference, for the new technology of the privacy display and stuff. But other than that, there hasn't been really anything different. They did say that there was going to be the inclusion of the 10-bit display, but it doesn't look like we actually have that in the S26 Ultra. As far as the operating system, the Galaxy S26 Ultra released with Android 16 with up to 7 major operating system updates, and it has One UI 8.5 running on this. Also, for the chipset, we have the brand new Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 in this, a 3nm chip. And of course, with the Galaxy S22 Ultra right here, it's shown its age. We had Android 12 when this released, and we had 4 major operating system updates that we were promised. So all the way up till Android 16. I am currently on Android 14 on this device because I am using it on AT&T. This either had the Exynos 2200 in Europe, or for the people in the US, it has the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1, so a 4nm chipset in here. We also have the Adreno 730 inside of here for our GPU, and the Adreno 840 is going to be inside the Galaxy S26 Ultra. So of course, there is going to be considerable amounts of performance upgraded on the Galaxy S26 Ultra. Of course, games are going to play a lot better. They're going to look a lot better. The shadowing and the resolution and the details and stuff like that is going to look a lot better on the Galaxy S26 Ultra. But still, 4 years out, the Galaxy S22 Ultra is still a pretty solid device overall. Now, there was no SD card slot included on both these devices. However, at the time, the S22 Ultra was one of the newer devices to get eSIM compatibility in this. So we do have eSIM compatibility in the S22 Ultra and the Galaxy S26 Ultra. Now, as far as the storage variants on these devices and the RAM variants on these devices, the Galaxy S26 Ultra came out with a base model at 256 gigabytes of internal storage and 12 gigabytes of RAM. And the base version on the S22 Ultra right here, we actually get 128 gigabytes of internal storage or 8 gigabytes of RAM. We can also go all the way up to 12 gigabytes of RAM and 1 terabyte on the S22 Ultra. And on the S26 Ultra, our highest variant is 16 gigabytes of RAM and 1 terabyte of storage. So pretty similar right there when it comes to the RAM and storage, other than when it comes to the base models. The base models, we got 4 more gigabytes of RAM on the Galaxy S26 Ultra. We also have double the storage on our base model as well. And the release dates of these devices were, of course, in February, but the prices are almost the same. I was pretty shocked to see that the S22 Ultra was actually a $1,200 device when it came out, and the S26 Ultra was only $100 more at $1,300. So those are the prices when these devices came out. Now, getting into the cameras on these devices, the Galaxy S26 Ultra has a 200 megapixel wide-angle camera, a 10 megapixel telephoto lens, a 50 megapixel periscope telephoto, and of course, we also have a 50 megapixel ultra-wide lens on here, capable of recording at 8K up to 30 frames per second or 4K at 60 frames per second. We also have the inclusion of Horizon Lock, which we will not have on the Galaxy S22 Ultra. Obviously, it's a brand new feature, but as far as the Galaxy S22 Ultra's camera, our main camera is going to be a 108 megapixel wide angle camera. Secondary is going to be 10 megapixel telephoto with that 3 times optical zoom. We also get a 10 megapixel periscope telephoto lens on here and a 12 megapixel ultra wide. So a considerable difference in the sensor sizes and, of course, the megapixels between both these devices as well. So, of course, the Galaxy S26 Ultra is going to absolutely obliterate the S22 Ultra when it comes out, but the S22 Ultra still has some very, very good photos on here. You guys guys are going to be able to get some really good images and videos. And for the majority of people out there, there's not really going to be too many issues you're going to have with the S22 Ultra in 2026, of course, other than battery degradation. Now, as far as the batteries in these devices right here, both devices are going to have a pretty solid battery at 5,000 milliamps, so there's nothing been changed there as far as the capacity goes. However, the Galaxy S26 Ultra is going to have a 60 watt wired charge and a 25 watt wireless charge, and the S22 Ultra is going to have a 45 watt wired charge and a 15 watt wireless charge. Still, both devices, however, are going to have a 4.5 watt reverse wireless charging on these devices. So not really a huge difference, 15 more watts on the wired charge for the S26 Ultra and only about 10 for the wireless. That is a pretty big jump in today's day and age, but not for 4 years. I would have thought something crazier would have come out in 2026 by now. Now, is the Galaxy S22 Ultra still a solid device? Absolutely. I really loved this device when it came out. This was actually my first Ultra device I ever got. This really caught my eye in 2022 and I just had to have it. So this was one of the first nicer devices I actually picked up for myself. I don't usually buy myself nice phones, but this was one of the first really, really nice devices that I had. I was like, I review these things, I got to get myself some nice. So I had a good time with the S22 Ultra. My daily driver is still the S25 Plus, but I still think the S22 Ultra holds up pretty solid till today. And I feel like the majority of people are still pretty happy with this device, other than if there's no battery degrading things going on with this. But other than that, I think the S22 Ultra is a pretty solid device. Let me know in the comment section down below how you guys are enjoying your devices. If you have the S22 Ultra, name the top 5 things you loved about that device. If you have the S26 Ultra, also name the top 5 things you love about that device. If you have another phone, do it for that phone. But this was just a little fun video I want to go ahead and do. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you guys have a beautiful rest of your day. This has been Safan from TechRight. Peace out, Tech Gang.